Hello! So while I am nap training our 4-month-old, because he's regressed, I'm going to wash his bottles, and I thought that I would show you how I sterilize his bottles. Now, we've used a variety of bottles for our first son and our second son, so this should work pretty much for most bottles, but you can always refer to the insert that comes with your bottles for proper cleaning techniques. There are a lot of ways to clean your bottles. Some people just use hot soap and water, and that's great. Some people use microwave sterilizing bags or different sterilizers, or run their kids' bottles through the dishwasher. I'm going to show you how I sterilize our 4-month-old's bottles, and there's a couple of reasons why I'm so particular about doing this. Well, maybe a few. First, I'm a perfectionist and detail-oriented. Okay, that being said, with the bottles that he currently uses, there are a lot of little nooks and crannies, and it would take me forever to clean them properly. And also, he has a few different issues going on right now with his skin and possible allergies. So I'm just trying to make sure that I get his bottles good and sterilized so that that's not a factor in what's going on with his skin. So first I start with hot soapy water, and I always wear gloves because where we are, it's a very dry climate, and if I don't wear gloves with the hot water, my hands will burn and they'll dry. They'll get really dry and cracked. So I always wear gloves. For the bottles, I use something similar to this, a bottle brush to really scrub in there well. And then for the nipples, I use the bottom piece that comes out of that bottle brush to really get in there well. And then for these little inserts, these little doohickeys, these bottles actually come with a little pipe cleaner, and so I use this and I clean through the bottom of it and through the top really well. So once that's done, I rinse the bottles and bottle parts, and then I put them in a pot of boiling water. Typically, I will start the pot of boiling water while I'm washing all of the different parts for the bottle, so that by the time I'm done with the pre-scrubbing, the water is already boiling. Then I carefully get some long tongs and reach in and grab the bottles one by one, and then I use a lawn to dry them. You can really use whatever. Ooh, it got me. So be careful when you're doing this. It's obviously very hot. And then for the accessories, the tongs don't work very well if you have a ton of accessories in there. So all the little parts of the bottle. So what I do is I'll typically, hopefully you can see this, and usually there's more in there. I'm in the process of cleaning still. I'll typically use a big spoon to grab them and dump them out just like that. Then I'll let them dry, and once they're dry, I'll wash my hands with soap and water and a clean paper towel, and then reassemble the bottles, put them away in the cupboard so that when he's hungry, which happens every 3 hours, then we're good to go. So again, you don't have to do it this way. This is the way that I do it for our kiddo currently. There's a lot of different methods for sterilizing those bottles. This seems to work well with us. Again, be careful with the boiling water. And what else did I want to mention? I think that's it. So, happy sterilizing.